Welcome to Andertons TV. I'm Pete.
I'm Rabea.
And today we've got some ridiculously good-looking instruments. Haven't we just? Look at these things.
Well,
Ibanez or Ibanez?
I say Ibanez. You know, I had a friend whose dad legitimately called them Ibanez.
Ibanez?
Yes.
Was he Spanish?
No. He said Ibanez. He was like, that's how they'd say it. And I thought,
Really?
well, you've got a point, but everyone says Ibanez,
So we say Ibanez, you say potato, we say potato.
We do indeed.
So
these are some insane guitars.
one-offs in the UK. There's only one of each of these.
That's sat right here.
They're sat right here, and we got 3 of them.
These are the limited edition J Custom Ibanez guitars. So obviously these are built by Team J Craft out there in Japan, by the master builders. So you can expect these to be with all the bells and whistles, beautiful high quality components and woods, and also a fairly chunky price point. But what do you get with them, Mr. Pete? We'll start with you.
What do you get? You know, these are, as we mentioned, these are all the same. Just going to read what it says here. Masterfully crafted for unparalleled sound, maximum playability, and exquisite beauty.
So they're covering all bases, really, aren't they?
So what you get with these are you get an exotic maple top, which you can see we've got 3 different colours. So I would call this like a wine sort of red kind of thing.
I'd say that,
So this one here is kind of colours. There's no colours on the sheet, so we kind of, and the problem, well, not the problem, but the thing is with because they're one-offs, we've just got a sheet. There isn't any really information out there.
No, nothing on the internet yet.
And these will be one-offs. So if you want to buy one of these, you have to just call in and talk to some of the guys in the shop. But this one is kind of a red thing. That one is kind of a grey. Is it kind of a grey? This is
your charcoal colour.
Charcoal with black or kind of.
It's got the black back and sides.
Black back and sides.
But it's got the charcoal colour on the front. It's like a trans black, essentially.
Yeah.
And this, I would say, is more of a quilt than it is a flame, whereas yours looks more like a flame.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks a bit more like a flame. It's got some little sort of wavy lines in it.
And then we've got this absolutely stunning looking
tiger kind of.
Yeah, it's like the tiger gold, and this is, it's like a quilted flame. It's like a hybrid of the two. Yeah. So like, I don't know if you can see on the close-up camera, but what is beautiful about this is it is a flame top, but it's done in such a beautiful way that it looks like a.
It's just everything about these guitars are absolutely perfect. When you look at any little place you look, so anywhere where all the where the stuff is put together with the neck or the wood or so it's like a maple. It looks like a maple board on top of a maple neck. Yeah. So the maple, and then it's got the wenge. We have to be careful how we pronounce that. Yeah. So it's got this beautiful line that goes through all the way up, up to the headstock and finishes off black up on the top there, which looks amazing as well.
Yeah. So your 3-piece wenge neck, 3-piece neck, maple and wenge. Yeah.
You got a bolt-on neck, 4 bolts, and it's got maple sort of binding around here. It's got gold. This one has got the gold.
That's the gold hardware. They're also Goto tuners as well.
Yeah, Goto tuners. So it's, it's all the best of the best basically in these. It's got the Donald fret wire, which seems to me like it's like a fat kind of frets. 6105 they're called.
Right. Okay.
So that's the frets on here. And
these also come equipped with the Edge trem, which some of you are probably very familiar with. It's the good old faithful, the Edge Custom trem, which is very, very nice. It's super smooth.
Is that an Ibanez?
Yeah, Ibanez have kind of got their own, a lot of their own sort of takes on Floyd Rose trem systems. Yeah. And that is quite a popular one. Yeah. It's the Edge Custom, and it's incredibly smooth.
Because as you know, I'm not really a Floyd Rose, not a fan. I love Floyd Rose because it's great when you get one, and you're like, woo, 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 you can do all that stuff. But it's not something that I have on. Actually, I don't think I have a guitar with anything like this on it.
Yeah.
I would like one, at some point.
They are fun.
Yeah, it's good fun. And what you have is pickup-wise, we have...
well, they're the Ibanez pickups.
It's again the Ibanez pickups. Yeah. And there's 2 of them here, and the way that the switching system works is...
got 5-way. So.
5-way switch. So basically you have, we can do some quick tones actually on mine. I'm plugged into a Fender, and the clean tone on the neck pickup is... And then I believe you split it when you go into here, so it becomes a single. And then both pickups together in the middle. Ooh, that's so responsive, isn't it? Anyway, and back pickup is now split, so. And then the back pickup is like a humbug. It sounds great, doesn't it? There's a lot of output there. So that's it.
Pokey.
It's very pokey on the back pickup there. I think it's a little bit high on the back here. Maybe that's for.
Have you got a bird's eye maple neck on that?
It looks like it's a bird's eye maple, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's kind of quilted, but there's a few eyes in there.
And it looks like you got mother of pearl inlays, right?
And I like, if you look in here, so you
the serial.
Spread the strings. The serial number's kind of, sort of in the neck here. Yeah. It's cool, isn't it? It looks really cool. You must have that as well.
Yeah, I have that as well.
Yeah. So this one has got serial number A16304.
So if you get that guitar,
this is that guitar.
Pete's definitely been noodling on it.
I've been noodling on it, and it feels really lovely.
I'm loving that guitar. I love the colour. I love the fact it's got gold on a beautiful red colour.
Yeah, it looks
it's
good,
rich, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the maple neck. And I've got a maple neck here, but this doesn't look like the same sort of cut of wood. This is sort of, looks more traditional maple. You've still got the maple and the winger neck, 3-piece, and then again all the bells and whistles are the same. So the go-to tuners, you've got the edge custom, same pickups, everything's the same except the colour and the fretboard.
Yeah.
But I'm going into the Marshall JCM800 and I've got a Nobels natural overdrive on the ground. So let me show you what we sound like just going straight in.
Nice.
I should also mention I got the T-Rex Creamer doing the reverb. So that's the back pickup, the neck pickup even. And now let's go to position 2. This should be split down now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. Middle position should thicken up, but still have that nice middle sound.
Lovely.
And then position 4, and this is getting the bridge again, splitting that down.
Yep.
What I actually noticed there is the trem starting to purr.
Yeah, I can hear that as well. It's a little get that sort of.
Yeah.
Hear that. Yeah.
When you pick really hard, some people like that, some people don't. I quite find that a novelty. You can do that.
It's very responsive.
Yeah, it bounces for a long time after you twang the bar, and then bridge pickup.
Again, it's like that. There's so much more in that. I've got a Andy Timmons on here on the floor.
It's aggressive, isn't it?
It's very aggressive, but it sounds great, man. It sounds great.
Yeah, so, and I'll push in the Noble drive just for the bridge. So.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
like
fierce.
proper.
These feel like lead guitars. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely feels like a lead guitar. Definitely.
Yeah. So neck specs, obviously we've got information on the exact measurements of these neck specs, but as I said before, the sort of neck shape is the J-Craft RG sort of neck spec that they use on their J-Craft RG standards. Yeah. So it should feel pretty comfortable to those familiar with the Ibanez range. Yeah. I should also add that the thickness down at the first fret is 20 mil, and as you get up to the 12th, it's going to be 22 millimeters. Yeah. So it's fairly even all the way up the neck. It feels pretty nice and rounded.
Yeah, it's great, and it feels like it's got some nice edges on it.
They've rolled the edges of the fretboard too.
Yeah, and it's a 24.75 inch scale length. They feel a bit shorter actually. Sitting with them, they feel a bit shorter like this. Maybe it's just a,
Interesting. Yeah, then for me that would suggest that it's more aimed at lead players, because with a shorter scale, the more slinky feeling, so you can get bigger bends and wider bends.
Yeah, but you can do some amazing bends on this without nothing happening. You know what I mean? You can get all the way up there without nothing going.
Yeah, you're not getting anything choking.
No, that's amazing.
I'm going to swap.
Yeah, let's have a listen to the rosewood fingerboard. Ebony. Is that ebony or rosewood?
This is rosewood.
Rosewood fingerboard.
So this is the very memorable JCR11M-GTE. As we all know and love Ibanez for their beautiful guitar names. However, it's the same guitar. Has a rosewood board. And it looks like a really nice cut of rosewood too.
It does, doesn't it?
Nice and porous.
Yeah.
But everything's the same. So you got the same trem, same sort of tuners, same neck profile. Everything's the same on all these three. They're just different colours. Yeah. Different neck.
And all one-offs. Yeah. Worth saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that is very important.
That's very important to say that there can be only one. Yeah. And these are one-offs.
So this is. I'm going to go through a couple of tones quick just to see how different the rosewood is, but. Sounds quite different actually.
Yeah, it does.
That is really spanky.
It's very, very spanky, that, isn't it? It seems more spanky to me than the others.
Yeah,
than the other ones, even though it's a rosewood fingerboard.
And then.
Amazing. Let's just try that with the Fender.
Yeah.
See what happens. Just to see if how the tones differ with the rosewood board. I like this. You put it in up here.
Yeah, that's something I've always liked about Ibanez guitars.
Yeah. So let's just try the clean. Anyway, so yeah, I had a little TC detail on the floor there, just to kind of do a little bit of a loop thing, because you know it's great for the soloing, as you can hear, and for those sort of clean, chimey tones. Definitely feels different.
That one feels quite different.
It feels different. I'm leaning more towards this one with the rosewood fingerboard for me, for the feeling wise, and also looks, actually. I think that looks really cool.
It's definitely more glamorous.
Is it?
Mind you, the red is pretty glam.
It is glam.
This is probably the most understated.
Yeah.
But I think if I was going to choose any of these, I'd go for the red, because I love red guitars.
Yeah, you are a red guitar fan.
But I mean, it's worth mentioning that these are extremely, extremely rare, as in there are only these 3 in England.
Yeah, in the UK. We just had them delivered at the door.
Yeah.
And I had to sign for them and everything.
Yeah, and that will reflect in the price.
Yeah.
How much do these cost?
So they retail at $3,999. And you can come into Andertons and you can have a look at them, because we do have them in at the moment. So
bearing in mind these are built by the great guys over at Team J-Craft, and you get all the certificate, you get all the case candy and all that stuff.
Yeah, we'll do some quickly shot.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's all here. This is a document
of authenticity.
Highly skilled Ibanez luthiers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing you get with it.
I think that's something to point out as well when you buy guitars that are sort of limited edition, or they're the really high end of what the guitar companies manufacture. They make it a nice buying experience. You get the certificates and all the nice.
It's an investment as well, isn't it? Because
absolutely.
you kind of invest your money in something that is a one-off. And you know, a lot of people, you know, if you want a guitar, you can go and buy a guitar. Absolutely. If you want something that's a one-off, that you're gonna maybe invest in something or stick it in a case and you know, then these are definitely.
But if you want something extremely well voiced, suited for a lead player with a lovely trem and just all the bells and whistles.
Oh, they're absolutely brilliant. It's not like, you know, when you say investing like a piece, you're investing. It's not. This should be played.
Yeah.
Guitars should be played. That's how I got with any guitar. It doesn't matter if it costs 200 quid or it costs like £20,000.
Absolutely.
You have to play them.
Yeah.
You know, people might not afford them. That's nothing. But anyway, I think that's it really for these guitars. This is the JCR11M. So here's the 3, and I think we just need to do a little jam out and see and say goodbye. And I was Pete.
I was Rabea.
And we'll see you next time on Andertons TV.